Okay, good morning everyone. Now let's move forward for our new topic, which is the cultural variation. According to this, cultural variation refers to the rich diversity in social patterns that different human group exhibit around the world. Maiahalin tulad natin siya kapag halimbawa yung music, dance, languages, cuisine, and art are different from one culture to another. So, nagkakaroon ng variation o pagkakaiba-iba. Comparing the tradition practiced by Muslims that pork served in their meals are forbidden because it says in their Holy Quran, while for Christian community, pork is a part of the meal. So, paano po ma'am nagkakaiba-iba yung sa cultural variation? Katulad nga na nasabi sa halimbawa, yung mga Muslim, hindi sila kumakain ng karne ng mga hayop. Bakit daw? Kasi yun daw ay ipinagbabawal according sa kanilang Bible o yung tinatawag nilang Quran. Ngayon, ano po yung kaibahan nun? Sa Christian community, hindi bawal yung kumain ng karne ng mga hayop. Halimbawa na lang nito ay yung mga baboy. So, pork is a part of their meal. Parte siya ng mga cuisines sa Christian community. Next, cultural universals. Cultural universals are pattern or traits that are globally common to all society. Kapag sinabi natin na globally common to all society, ibig sabihin lang nito, halos lahat ng lipunan na ginagalawan ay merong iisa o magkakahalintulad ng kultura. Kaya tinawag siya na cultural universals. Kung kanina, cultural variation kung saan merong pagkakaiba-iba o nadidistinguish yung pagkakaiba-iba. Ngayon naman, sa cultural universal, ito naman yung pagkakatulad. Paano po yung halimbawa? Ang halimbawa nito ay ang pinakamaliit na unit ng isang lipunan. Ano ito? Ito yung family. So, every human group recognizes family as the building blocks of the society that regulates sexual reproduction and care of their children, language, and the concept of giving names to the member of the family. So, imposible naman na may lipunan na walang naninirahan na isang pamilya, kung saan ito yung tumutukoy sa pagkakatulad o pagkakaisa-isa dito sa cultural universal. Now, I have here a question. Pero itong question na to, sagutin nyo na lang din siya sa ating group chat. What happens when you encounter different culture? Why do you need to understand different cultures around the world? So, para mabigyan kayo ng halimbawa, ang unang tanong, what happens when you encounter different culture? So, kung ako yung sasagot ng what happens when you encounter different culture, I do believe that it is important to remember that there is such thing as unity in diversity. So, meron tayong tinatawag na inclusion, which ini-include lahat. Kahit na meron tayong pagkakaiba-iba sa mga kultura, tandaan natin sa nakaraang topic ay culture may varies from society. Ito yung tinatawag natin na cultural variation na kung saan naibabahagi yung pagkakaiba-iba ng kultura at natututunan ito ng mga nakakasalamuha ng isang individual sa kanyang lipunang ginagalawan. Now, what is your activity? Your activity is this. You need to create a Venn diagram that states ang pagkakatulad at pagkakaiba ng cultural variation at cultural universal. Now, let's proceed to our next topic, variation between culture. So, ma'am, interconnected din siya sa cultural variation. Yes, this is a variation between cultures o pagkakaiba-iba sa gitna ng o sa pagitan ng bawat kultura. Meron tayong tinatawag na subculture. What is subculture? Subculture is a culture that is shared with a distinctive pattern of mores, folkways, and values which differ from a larger society. So, kapag sinabi nating subculture, ito ay espesipiko at kakaibang set ng paniniwala at mga kaugalian na nagbibigay ng pagkakataon na ipakita ang pagkakaiba mula sa dominanteng kultura. Now, here is the example of the subculture. So, as you can see in the picture, there are uh, different types of cockfight here. So, this one shows the dominant culture, the white one, and then the black one shows the differences or the specific and unique set of beliefs that set them apart from dominant culture. Now, next, let's proceed with the counterculture. What is counterculture? Counterculture is a culture practiced by groups whose values and norms place it at odds with mainstream society or a group that are actively rejects the dominant cultural values and norms. So, ma'am, when we say counterculture, here is the example. Ang example nito ay paramilitary is a semi-militarized force whose organizational structure, tactics, trainings, and function are similar to professional military and not include as part of formal armed forces like NPA and ISIS group. So, ang isa sa halimbawa ng counterculture ay yung mga grupo o yung mga pangkat na kung saan yung mga kaugalian at paniniwala ay hindi o masasabi natin na hindi tugma o salungat dun sa pinaka ginagalawan nilang lipunan o mainstream society nila at nire-reject nila yung dominant na cultural values and norms. So, ano po yung example niyan? Katulad ng sinabi dito ay paramilitary. So, yung tinatawag natin na paramilitary, ah, sila yung meron semi-militarized force whose organizational structure, tactics, trainings, and function ay similar sa mga professional military. And hindi sila kabilang sa mga formal armed forces katulad ng NPA and ISIS group. Now next, we have here the high culture. When we say high culture, it is a culture practiced and patronized by the upper classes of the society. So sobrang dali lang ng high culture pag binanggit na upper class of the society sa exam nyo, ano yung ibig sabihin nito. So ang ibig sabihin lang nito ay high culture. So ito yung mga kaugalian na kadalasan yung mga taong nakakataas lang sa lipunan yung gumagawa o yung meron nito. Halimbawa, ah, sa ibang bansa, yung mga nasa high o upper class ng lipunan o yung tinatawag natin, sila yung nagpa-practice ng high culture kung saan meron silang kaugalian na manood ng mga opera, classical music, and live theater. Masasabi natin na sa ibang bansa, siguro, nadi-differentiate pa rin yung mga nasa upper class ng lipunan na gumagawa nito. Pero ngayon, siguro kung meron kang kaunting pera at gusto mong manood ng opera, classical music at live theater, so maaari mo na rin siyang gawin. Hindi na lang yung mga nasa taas ng lipunan yung makakagawa nito. Now next, we have here the popular culture. What do we mean by popular culture? Okay, popular culture is a culture practiced or patronized by the middle and working classes of the society. Katulad ng sinabi ko nun sa inyo, pwede natin siyang pag-ugnayin sa asignaturang araling panlipunan o kasaysayan na kung saan noon yung Pilipinas ay nahahati sa tatlong estado. Yung mga may kaantasan o katayuan sa lipunan. Ikalawa, yung mga ilustrado o may kakayahan na makapag-aral. At yung ikatlo ay yung mga Indio na kung saan sila yung nasa ladlaran ng ating lipunan. So, paano siya na i-interconnect with the popular culture? It states here that popular culture is a culture practice or patronized by the middle and working classes of the society. So, dito sa popular culture, halos lahat naman ay meron na nito o nakaka-experience na ng ganito katulad ng watching soap opera over the television, movies, and rock concerts. So, hindi na lang, ibig sabihin lang nito, hindi na lang yung mga tao na masasabi natin na nasa upper class yung nakakagawa ng mga bagay na to. Maging na rin yung mga nasa ah, middle class. Yung konsepto nito ay hindi lang siya pasok ah, sa standard noon kung saan meron tayong three classes when it comes to society. Pero ngayon, halos lahat nakakasabay when it comes to modernization. Napasok din sa topic natin last time, which is the globalization. Now, let's proceed. Here is the ethnocentrism. When we say ethnocentrism, it is the regard that one's own culture and society is the center of everything and seen as the most efficient and superior among the cultures in the world. Kapag sinabi natin na ethnocentrism, ito yung kadalasan na kinukumpara mo yung kultura o pinipilit mo na tama yung kultura na nakasanayan mo sa ibang kultura. So, feels that his or her culture is correct and appropriate as compared to other cultures. Okay, now we have here the culture shock. What do we mean by culture shock? Culture shock is the feeling of disoriented, uncertain, out of place, or even fearful when immersed in an unfamiliar culture. Paano po ito papasukan ng halimbawa? Halimbawa kayo, galing kayo ng junior high school, right? So, nung pumasok kayo ng senior high school, lahat po ay bago. So, ganun din yung mangyayari sa inyo sa college. Magkakaroon kayo ng culture shock. Kasi sa college, hindi na kadalasan, depende sa kurso na inyong kukunin, pero mas madalas yung hindi na nagtuturo yung mga teacher dahil sila ay nagiging guide nyo na lang. Sasabihin nila kung ano yung mga dapat nyong gawin, ipapacilitate nila kayo, pero yung isusubo sa inyo lahat ng kaalaman, they are not doing that anymore there sa college. So, culture shock, as people experience unanticipated differences from their own culture, their excitement gives way to discomfort and doubts how to behave appropriately in the new situation. However, while people learn more about a culture eventually, they will recover from the culture shock. Paano ko to bibigyan ng halimbawa? As for me, I really don't know how to start nung nag-apply ako dito sa GSC. But, sabi ko nga, as I experienced the culture shock, in-embrace ko lang siya. And, along the way, natututunan naman yung mga bagay na dapat matutunan. Alam ko na lahat kayo ay medyo natatakot when it comes to culture shock, pero it is part of the process of growing up. Okay, next. Let's proceed with the Q&A again. This Q&A will just serve as your recitation. Okay, now, for our Q&A, I want you to answer this on our group chat by the medium of the voice message. How you will use your new learning in real life situation, particularly in understanding culture or in understanding one's culture. And the second one is, what will you do if you encounter different variation of culture? Okay, now let's proceed with the culture relativism. What do we mean by cultural rather, I'm sorry. Cultural relativism is the practice by assessing a culture by its own standards rather than viewing it through the lens of one's own culture. So, a simple explanation for this is it is the practice that one must understood in the context of their locality. Next, what is the advantages of cultural relativism? The first one is it promotes cooperation. The second is it respects and equality is encouraged. It preserves human cultures. Cultural relativism create a society without judgment. Magagawa ba yun? Yung isang lipunan na walang kahit na anong panghuhusga. Actually, uh, it just differs from one's point of view. But I do believe that we can create a society without any more judgment, or we can minimize the judgment. Now, ma'am, how it promotes cooperation? By embracing the differences of the different society, it can create cooperation because it allows a stronger bond with one another in the society. Ma'am, how about the respect and equality is encouraged? So, when we say uh, respect and equality, actually, I don't, hindi naman sa hindi ko gusto yung word na equality, but I think equity is one of the, uh, is my bias among the three. It's equality, and between equality and equity, I would rather choose equity. So people from different culture with different ideas that share their own perspective and experiences in the society can promote respect and equality. Now, it states in the number three that it preserves human cultures. Yes, it implores respect with a diverse set of tradition, but when ideas and practices would help preserve the culture. Okay, worrying and practicing your own culture prevent disagreement and judgment in the society. It is the cultural relativism create a society without judgment. I don't think we can create a society without full judgment, but rather we can minimize the judgment within a society when it comes to cultural relativism. Okay, next. Cultural change. Cultural uh, Cultural change is observed when new opens up new ways of living and when new ideas enter a culture as a result of globalization. So, when we talk about cultural change, uh, it only states here and explains that culture is evolving. New things are added to material cultures every day that can cause cultural change. So, isa lang masasabi ko, walang bagay na hindi nagbabago kundi ang pagbabago. Okay? Now, what is your activity? So, you need to make a role play about cultural relativism and ethnocentrism. So, this activity will be passed by Friday. No, I don't want it a role play. Let's make it a short film. Oh no. By next week. Okay. By next week, you needed to perform a role play about cultural relativism and ethnocentrism. Okay, that's all.